What's up, everybody? It's your boy Just Like he back with another video. You know it, guys. Anyways, guys, today we're doing another Goosebumps book review. I'm gonna be doing one more after this, and I'm gonna be doing a regular video after that. It's gonna be of Let's Get Invisible. By the way, I didn't like this one personally. I never really liked Let's Get Invisible, or my best friends, Invisible too. I think. It wasn't really that a good one. It wasn't really that my type of cup of tea. It was scary. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I got really bored. I think I remember as like 13 or 4. It was either 12 or 11. I think it was 12. Remember, I was reading this on a cab because I used to go to a private school that had to take me by cab. It was 30 minutes from my house, so it was almost by the city I lived in, which is Chicago. Almost by the city. I remember like halfway through the book, I think I was on chapter 24, I just put it down. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it's over. I don't want to read no more, it's boring. It was really boring. Number 20, this one was kind of getting boring, and I just reread it, and you know, as 12 years old, I might have said it was boring, but this one's actually not that bad now that I've read it. It was pretty good. So this is basically what's going to happen, okay? So I'm going to talk about both from what I remember from the episode and what I remember from the show. Now, both have a good ending in both of the shows, and both have similar endings. So, the way this book works is that this guy named Max, on his birthday, finds a magic mirror in the attic that when he pulls a cord on the mirror, it makes him become invisible. But his friends and him will start playing, you know, now you see me, now you don't stuff shits. When they'll just like take turns pretending going invisible and stuff. But the problem is they start going invisible for too long, and it takes longer for them to, you know, to reappear when they pull the string to go visible again. To a point where Max does it one time, and he disappears forever, and no one can see him. They all don't know where he is. And it turns out he's in the mirror in this place called the Mirror World, where everything's a different version of him, and he meets his other version of him, his mirror self is what I would call it, who's actually an evil asshole, who wants to basically switch places. He wants the real Max to be trapped in the mirror and wants to be out in the real world, outside the mirror. And you know how the entire thing that a mirror captures your evil parts of yourself? Well, this is actually true. Because that guy, the evil Max, or Mirror Max, is a jackass and kind of a dick. So anyways, he tries to pretend to be Max, and then finally Max tries to fights him, and you know, does the thing. And by the way, all this time, Max's brother still wants to, you know, Max's brother tries to do it, and he fails and everything. And what he notices, that there's a difference between each other. Well, first of all, different is that Max might be right-handed, but his reflection in his left, his creature, the person his Max, Mirror Max, is left-handed. Vice versa for anyone who's the other way around. So, and in this book, it goes in detail about how Max's little brother, which I don't know what his little brother's name is. Let me go check that out real quick. Yeah, let me find Max real quick. Well, he doesn't really tell his brother's name, but he's nicknamed Lefty in this book, I'm guessing. is his nickname, my brother's name. He's a left-handed person. So during the thing, so they're basically, there's a whole thing where his friends come over to hang out one day, and Max is gone. Like, he's just nowhere to be found. And it's up to, and Max tells them when he gets a chance to, when they have the chance, press the cord. He somehow finds a way to communicate them through the mirror, and then goes back to the real world. It's real self, not mirror self. Anyways, then there's a scene where after they hang out with his friends, Aaron and Zach, they all go, hang out. They go home, and then there's my favorite part. Ready? It's the ending of the book. Aaron and Zach helped me sweep up the broken glass. After they broke the mirror, by the way. They broke the mirror, destroyed it. No one's gonna ever go invisible again. I latched it tightly, and we all carried cartons over and stacked them up on the block to block off the door. We would never go there again. We vowed never to tell anyone about getting invisible or the mirror or what happened in that little room. Then Aaron and Zach headed home. Later, Lefty and I were hanging around out in the backyard. That was so scary, I told Lefty with a shudder. You just can't imagine what it was like. Sounds pretty scary, Lefty replied absently. He tossed his softball from the hand to hand, but at least everything is okay now. Want to play a little catch? No, I shook my head. I wasn't in the mood, but then I changed my mind. Maybe it will take my mind off of what happened this morning, said Lefty. Lefty tossed the ball. Lefty tossed me the ball. We trotted behind the garage, our usual place for tossing the ball around. I lobbed it back to him. We were having a pretty good game of catch until about 5 minutes had gone by, until I stopped and froze in place. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? Here comes my fastball, he said. He heaved it at me. No. I opened my mouth. As the ball shot past me, I didn't even try to catch it. I couldn't move. I could only see it stare in horror. My brother was throwing right-handed. The problem with that scene was his brother is left-handed. That's why he's nicknamed Lefty. So, obviously, the brother that we know isn't the brother that he's talking to, is the mirror brother, and the real brother they basically just destroyed. There's no way he's getting out of there. So, now that I think about it, they should have made a part 2 to this, even though it's not one of the greatest books they had. It was a good idea to make a part 2 just to finish it off. I'm a okay person when it comes to certain things, but one of my biggest pet peeves about movies or books is when you stop something, or TV shows in general, when you stop something and doesn't give us a clear ending. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. I was a big fan of My Baby Vs. the Vampire. Remember how it ended where the entire thing just blows up and we don't know if anyone survived? We know the other vampire group survived, but we don't know if the babysitter survived, and other people. We don't know that because we didn't find out. They never showed us. I remember watching that ending, and I'm like, okay, that's it. No end credits, no credit scene, no. Go wait for this movie coming out. It's gonna tell you what happens next. No, that's it. Pissed me off. Hated it when that happened. Anyways, overall, great book, or okay book. Not one of my favorites, but very, very good, nonetheless. I would say, for me, again, I'm not a big fan of Let's Get Invisible. 6.5 out of 10 for overall scare factor. It wasn't that scary. For nostalgia factor, for me, like I said, I never really liked it as growing up. It's a good book. I thought it was not that scary. Didn't think it was very, like I said, I got to chapter 24, and I think there's like 25 chapters in this book. And that's why, literally, I had one chapter to go, and I was like, nah, I'm done. Fuck this shit. I'm done. I don't want to read no more. I'm bored. This is getting boring. Fuck it. I'm done. I didn't care. I was like done. I'm like, don't want to care. I don't care. Don't want to read anymore. I'm bored of this book. And that was it. And then I think I read Night of Living Dummy 2 or Night of Living Dummy 1 again. Like reread it again just for the fun. See, that's what I could do. I could reread books I used to be able to reread books like over and over, and now I just can't. Like I'm like, oh, I'm trying to reread Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Oh, I already know what's the fuck gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen now. I already know what's gonna happen this moment. I'm like, just leave me alone. I mean, I stopped reading it. Like, why are you reading it? You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, again, overall scare, nostalgic, I would say 7.5 out of 10. I'm like, again, I never really liked this book. I've given it a chance recently. That's why the score is higher up than it used to be. When I was 12 years old when I read this, it was like at a 5. No, not even 5. It was like a 3. And like nostalgic was like 2. Like it wasn't that great. But overall, okay book. It's an okay one. I'm not gonna lie, it was an okay one. It's been better. It's been better. And that's it for this video, guys. Stay cool, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, guys.